Jacob is in need of a second date update this morning, and we are going to try to help him out. Good morning, Jacob.
Hey, good morning. It's great to hear from you guys. It's been a long time. I've been listening, and great to meet you.
Have we spoken with you before?
No. I've been listening for a long time.
Oh, I thought you said it had been a long time since we last spoke. I thought we had a repeat customer there for a minute.
It's rare, but it has happened.
Yeah. All right. Happy to have you. Why don't you tell us how you met Riley and how that first date went? We'll go from there.
Yeah. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. I've never had a problem having a woman call me back, but like this one just won't. And of course, I'm not trying to say that like I'm some sort of great catch and like women can't resist me or anything like that. It's just that I tend to be a really good communicator. You know, I'm super open. I'm honest. If I feel something, I'll say it. And if I don't, then I'll say that too.
So you tell women, like, if you're not interested, or, you'll say, I don't see this going anywhere. Don't expect a call from me. Is that what you do?
I mean, I'm nicer than that, but like, yeah, because, I don't want to waste anyone's time. Like, I'll just kind of call it out like, hey, this has been a good time, but like, I don't know if I feel that, and usually that feeling is mutual. It's just all about
spark.
The vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the spark. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
In this case, I was totally feeling it, and I told her that I really enjoyed our dinner together. That's what we did. We went out to dinner, and, I told her that I thought we had some actually good kind of relationship foundations that we could build on. It kind of seems like I'm jumping the gun, but like, the conversation kind of lent itself to that. So, I just told her we had some strong chemistry and that I was looking forward to acting on that chemistry.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that.
Nicely done.
That's pretty forward.
Well, yeah. And so what I did was, like I said, I'm pretty open. So I kind of just asked her, like, are we on the same page there? And she said, yes. So during this 2 hours that we're together, I just felt like I never picked up on anything that would lead me to believe that we weren't connecting or like relating to each other. It felt really strong. So it's just like super frustrating because when I go in 100%. And when I spend time with somebody who I believe is doing the same and it becomes clear they weren't, I don't get it. So do women want open and honest? I don't know what they want. So I sent her a text, I call her, and she just hasn't responded to anything. So I don't know if there's a misunderstanding, but I just want the chance to clear it up.
Okay. Can you give us a sense of what the goodbye was like? What were those final few minutes like?
I didn't like go in for a kiss. It didn't feel like it was to that level, but it felt like things were really good. So, it was a big hug. Like, I definitely felt something from her end. And, she was super smiley. Like, it just seemed great.
Super smiley's good.
I like super smiley.
I can also see why this is a big
favorite.
disappointment too, though. When you have a good date, you have a lot of connection. You were very forward. So I'm wondering if something happened with her. Like, is she just having a busy life, or, it's weird that you had such a connection and nothing.
We've had an ex or two pop back up in recent history.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, are you naming your kids yet?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Not just yet.
I mean, you weren't talking about, what your dream wedding looks like and how many children you want to have.
No, but I don't know. In the past, I have been told sometimes I jump the gun a little bit, or, I'm a little worried about that. But I really feel like the conversation I feel like usually it's refreshing, like people want to just kind of cut the crap and talk about what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, man. Cut the crap. All right. Let's call her. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll call Riley, see what she thought of Jacob and her date with him, if there's any potential there, and what that final hug was like. A second date update continues next with Jeff and Jen, Cincinnati's Q102. Jacob goes on a date with Riley. They had a nice dinner. And he felt a very strong chemistry fairly quickly and was honest with her. What I like about Jacob is he just puts it out there. You know, he doesn't mess around. He's not afraid to reveal his feelings. If he feels like there are certain relationship points where they click or there's strong chemistry, you know, he'll say so. And he said so to her. And even asked her, is it just me or are you feeling this too? He said, are we on the same page here? And she said, yes. The date lasted about 2 hours. It ended in a hug. And since then, he's texted and called. And there has been zero response, right?
I try not to be weird about it, but yeah, I sent like a few texts, like separated out, you know, just to kind of check in. I know people are busy, but like I also know ghosting when I feel it.
Well, try as you might to not be weird about it. For some of us, it still kind of comes off.
Sometimes when you're weird, you're just weird. And I find that most people are kind of weird.
Nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
Well, we'll call her up, see what she has to say. You ready?
Ready.
All right, Jacob, let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, is this Riley?
It is.
Riley, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
Hi, Riley.
Jeff and Jen.
Your lucky day, girl.
I just love the gasps, the moans, the
acknowledgement.
groans that we seem to get almost on a daily basis.
She sounded almost disgusting, though, like disgusted.
I know.
You're not
Honestly-
disgusted, are you, Riley?
No, I know exactly what this says. That like, there's no way he called you. Like, I didn't even see him.
Why is there no way he would call us? He asked you if you thought you two were on the same page as far as the chemistry was concerned, and you said yes. And you gave him a hug, and you were all smiling. He thought you had a great date. Were you faking the whole thing?
Oh my God. No, we could get into it.
Oh, yeah. Listen, one thing he said to us on the call is when he goes for something, he goes 100%. And if he's not hearing from you, we were the logical next step.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure what I think about that.
We're part of the dating fabric that is Cincinnati.
I guess we are.
All right, maybe not logical.
Yeah, listen, he's a guy who talks on and on and on about the virtues associated with honesty and blah, 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 blah. But as the kids say these days, it is cap. It is all false. It is BS.
Oh, what
Okay.
did he do?
Okay, can you explain what happened and how you came to that conclusion?
He's a thief.
He's a thief?
Yes.
Did he rob you?
No. Okay, so apparently he steals stuff like on a regular basis. Like, so after dinner, he ordered coffee and the server brought him, that little thing with the sugar that comes with that tiny spoon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He freaking ganked that spoon. Like, I saw him take it and put it in his pocket. And I was like, what the hell? Like, who just steals tiny spoons? I didn't say anything because honestly, like, I didn't know what to say, but it was the weirdest thing I had ever seen. And he was so nonchalant about it, just like all his honesty, hubbity, hoobity, hoobity. And I'm like, do you do this all the time? Like, do you just go around stealing tiny spoons everywhere you go? Like, it's just weird.
Were you on a date with Holly Morgan?
That's what I was wondering.
So did you confront him about the tiny spoon?
No, I didn't say anything. I was so like blown away. Like, do you think the server's not going to know that the tiny spoon is gone?
That is
Okay,
kind
well,
of a weird
we're both
thing.
here now, so let's talk about it. Yeah, I took the spoon. I like didn't think that this would be what the problem is. Like, that never even crossed my mind that this would be your issue. Like, it's a spoon. Yes, I take spoons from restaurants. I've done this since I was a kid. It's not a big deal. They're like 10 cents, and it's just something I collect.
You collect spoons? What?
Yes, it depends. So I've just done it since I was a kid. It's just interesting. You go to different places, you go to different restaurants. They've got different spoons. So, like, some of them I'll take and I'll legitimately use, like I've just got spoons to use for spoons. And then others that are, like, nicer or just interesting, like I'll.
Are they all tiny spoons, or do you not discriminate and you take spoons of all sizes?
Yeah, I take the tiny spoons. I take kind of the normal spoons, right? But I don't take like ladles or anything. I don't take.
That's where you draw the line.
Oh, wow.
Draws the line at ladles, Jen.
So what do you do? Like you take them home and you put them in a case and label like where they came from, or how does that work?
No, nothing that weird. I mean, I just kind of keep the more interesting ones. Like I just kind of have those stored, and then a bunch of the other ones I just kind of have in circulation.
There are interesting ones.
This is weird.
It's
And you're
just
like,
a hobby.
talking about it like
It's
it's
just a
not
thing
even
that I
a big
collect.
deal.
I know you collect it, but most people that collect things pay for them.
They're like 10 cents, and I always tip big. Like I do that on purpose so that because restaurants, they write this off. Like they expect to lose silverware. It's like a pen. It's like if you took a pen from a conference you went to. It's like
It's not. They buy those pens for you to take. The restaurants don't get spoons for the patrons to take. Dude, you're a thief. And you're just talking about it like, oh, it's like not a big deal. Like, bruh.
And you started doing it when you were a kid.
It's a lot of spoons, man. How often do you eat out? Like,
I mean,
we've got
not that
drawers,
often.
just
It's not like I'm
spoons
just-
everywhere.
it's not like I have thousands of spoons. It's just like sometimes when I go out, they bring out some silverware. There's like a nice spoon. I'll just grab it. Like it's
What
like
was it about this
it's on the
particular
floor. They don't
spoon
want to use it anymore.
What was it about this particular spoon that you could not resist?
It wasn't that I couldn't resist it. It was just interesting looking at it. It just had like kind of a nice kind of ornate design on the handle.
Oh my gosh. Can you if we were out and you got busted for stealing a tiny freaking spoon and I'm with you, like I would be so embarrassed. Like so embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You think I would get busted? Like I would go to jail for taking a spoon and I'm the ridiculous one here?
I mean, can you get arrested for stealing or shoplifting when
For
it's
stealing flatware? I don't know.
I remember when Moscow mules were like at their super, super, super height and people started drinking those out of those copper pots. You used to have to put your credit card down to drink a Moscow mule out of a copper, like in Covington.
Because people would
so
take
many
the-
they're
people
super
were
expensive.
stealing those.
Sure.
And they were expensive.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mother used to steal sugar packets.
Now, Jacob, when you're spooning, are you the tiny spoon?
And almost never.
Oh my God.
If he were to give up the tiny spoon thing, would you be interested in him? Was that the one and only issue, or
No. If you don't, no. Mm-mm.
it runs deeper than that? You think it speaks to his character?
Yeah.
100%. And the fact that he's like, oh, I've been doing it since I was a kid. Like, you've been stealing since you were a kid. Like, you can't just stop stealing spoons.
Because he'd probably start stealing, I don't know,
Who knows what else he's stealing?
like olive forks. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
If I had the right person, I would easily be able to change my hobbies based on them, okay? But obviously, like, Riley is not the kind of person that I would be interested in changing for because we have somebody who's equating taking spoons with, like, not being an open and honest person. Like, did I hide it? No. I just, like, took the spoon. Like, I had nothing to hide from you. I have nothing that I can't talk about with you, but, like, now it's all out the window because I took a spoon.
We have nothing else to talk about. I don't do that. Godspeed. Find the right person because she is not me.
Well, Riley, we're sorry we wasted your time with this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know. There's
Where
a
do I go
butter
with it?
knife enthusiast out there somewhere.
Just looking for a partner in crime. It's
Yeah.
not me.
All right. Riley, thank you for taking the call. Jacob, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Do you guys remember though? Like I remember my granny used to collect spoons.
Yeah,
When
like-
you
Oh,
would
that's a thing.
Yeah,
Go on
and you would
vacation
get
and-
one from
Baby
every state,
spoons.
and they had a little case that was on the
Oh,
wall,
yeah.
and
Oh,
we would
yeah.
go to her dining room, and they had a little case that the window would open, and you would stick it in there, like
It's
this
still a
one's
thing.
from Kentucky.
But
Yep.
she bought and paid for them, though, right?
Yeah, she did. But it just made me think of that with the little spoons. And sometimes at the top, they would have like what state it looked like.
She didn't gank them from the Florida
I mean,
Welcome
I don't
Center.
know. She used to take home all the leftover biscuits at Cracker Barrel, so we'll see.
What an interesting collection. I know a guy who collected
Yeah.
shot glasses,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
but he would buy and pay for them.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
As far as